Have you ever finished talking and feel like no one heard you? Like you poured your heart out or made a solid point, and it was like you weren't talking to no one? Or you're halfway through telling a story and you catch that glazed over look in someone's eyes? Or even worse, they're just waiting for you to stop talking so they can say their thing. It's frustrating, and it makes you wonder, am I saying something wrong? Maybe. But more likely, you're just not saying it in the way people are wired to actually hear. Chapter 1. People don't really listen that well. People aren't really listening to you. They're listening for themselves. When you're talking to someone, their brain isn't just processing your words. It's running everything you're saying through their own filter. Does this relate to me? Do I care about this? How does this make me feel? We all do it. You do it. I do it. We can't help it because biologically, we're wired to prioritize our own relevance and connection. So when someone is speaking, unless they grab your attention or speak in a way that connects to you personally, you tune out. So, if you want to be heard, stop speaking from your perspective and start speaking into theirs. Chapter 2. The 3 common ways you lose people mid-conversation. 1. You ramble. You start telling a story, and halfway through, you forget the point, but you're already too deep in. So you just kind of trail off, hoping the other person got something out of it. 2. You monologue. You drop an entire speech, then wonder why nobody jumps in. But people aren't here for TED Talks. They want a dialogue, a connection, not a download. 3. You talk at people instead of with them. You get so focused on making your point or sounding smart that you don't even notice the other person shutting down. Chapter 3. The power of pause. Pause during a talking is one of the most underrated communication skills on the planet. Most people are afraid of silence when they speak. They fill the air with, like, just to avoid the quiet. But silence is power. When you pause, people lean in. Their brain goes, wait, what's coming next? It gives weight to your words. It signals confidence. And it gives people a moment to actually absorb what you just said. Chapter 4. Make it about them. The fastest way to make people listen is making what you say about them. Even when you're telling a story about you, frame it so they see themselves in it, instead of, this happened to me last week. Try. You ever had one of those weeks where everything just keeps going wrong? Now they're in the story with you. They're listening not just because it's you talking, but because it feels like you're talking with them. We crave connection, not performance. Chapter 5. Get to the point, then build around it. People don't want your entire thought process. They want your point. So change the way you speak. Start with your message, your insight. Then, once you've hooked them, you can give the story, the logic, the why. Chapter 6. Stop trying to sound smart. Try to be understood. You try to sound impressive instead of clear. You overcomplicate things. You use big words. You quote things no one remembers. But listen, clarity is greater than complexity. Your job when you speak isn't to sound brilliant. It's to make people feel something and get something. Speak like a human, not a thesaurus. Chapter 7. Speak from the scar, not the wound. If you're still in the middle of something painful, it's hard to talk about it in a way people can really hear. When your emotions are fresh, your words can come out messy or too heavy. The person listening might feel confused or even overwhelmed. But once you've had time to think about it, once you've gotten through it, you can explain it better. You've had time to understand what happened and what it taught you. That's the difference. Don't try to share the story while it's still hurting. Wait until you've healed a little. That way, your words are clearer and people can actually connect with what you're saying. That's what it means to speak from the scar, not the wound. Chapter 8. Mirror what matters. One final skill that changes everything is mirroring the energy you want to see. If you want people to be excited, don't mumble your words like you just woke up. If you want them to listen deeply, slow down and speak with intention. We are emotional mirrors. People reflect back what you put out. If you speak with respect, with clarity, with warmth, they're more likely to show up the same way. Communication isn't just words, it's energy. So, if you want to speak so that people actually listen, 1. Make it about them. 2. Be clear before clever. 3. Pause. Let things land. 4. Speak from the scar. 5. Mirror the energy you want to receive. And most importantly, don't speak to impress. Speak to connect. Because at the end of the day, people won't remember every word you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. And if they feel heard, seen, respected, understood, they'll listen.